Visit AnsonPDR.com for the largest selection for just about all your PDR tools, where you'll find hog glue and hog tabs.
Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you make more money.
What's up, everybody? This is PDR Tool Time with your hosts, Vince D'Alessandro, Daniel Grom, and Hudson Tanzi. This is episode 242. One of my favorite bands from Belgium is also called 242. Front 242.
No one asked me
242, man, that's obscure.
I know.
Belgium? People in Belgium have music?
They do. And it's like industrial
It's heavy,
music.
right?
It's industrial music. They were good back in the 80s and 90s. Anyways, we have an action-packed show for you. We're going to talk to the Byrd man all the way from Florida. Everyone's friend, Kevin Byrd. We're going to call him up here.
Byrd. Who's got the bird?
And find out what's going on for the contests at MTE. He pretty much, I believe he's in charge of the tag team competition. So we have some questions about that for style points and all sorts of stuff. What's different this year compared to last year? I'm sure it's going to be better, and I'm sure he's got some good answers for that. And we're going to talk about tools, and we're going to follow up and see if Hudson Tanzi actually got some health insurance after talking to him on last
No, life insurance.
What did I say?
Health insurance.
You said health
I'm
insurance.
sorry. All right, well, let's just jump
We
into
can talk
it.
about that too, though.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, how is everyone? How's everyone's week going so far?
I had no power today. Big truck took out a power pole, had no power, and it sucked.
But did it start a fire?
No. But
Okay, then it's good.
the nice thing about our industry is we're pretty much all battery, so I was able to still do my work. My detailers had a little tiny generator to run their buffers, but they had no power washer and stuff like that.
How did that sound while they're doing the buffer?
Right. Actually, he has one of those little Honda generators. That thing is quiet. Man, it's good.
I was talking about the buffer, like if it was losing power.
No, they that little Honda generator, man, was putting it out, man. They were running 2 buffers off of it and no problem.
I got one of those 1000 Honda generators just in
They're
case.
good, huh?
Yeah, they are. They rock solid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
How was your week?
But we're just, if power goes out in our country, if they were an EMP bomb, man, we'd be screwed, I think.
Yeah, we're tied into the grid pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that like
kids.
isn't that like every country, like pretty much every country, just besides like remote.
I don't know. I'm thinking if you're like in Fiji, you're like, oh, no big deal. No power is no big deal.
Oh, we got our tiki torches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel's probably got enough tiki torches to light up the whole bay.
Yeah, well, speaking of which, Daniel actually sent me as a housewarming gift 4 tiki torches that were solar powered. So it's
No
perfect.
way.
Yeah. So I got 2 in the front yard, 2 in
Gotta
the
get
back.
his tiki on.
Yeah, until my backyard's done, they're spread out throughout the front and the back. They're very cool. People love them. I love them.
Are you doing anything with the backyard?
Yeah, we're putting up a big overhang. I'm waiting for permits to go through. Like Hudson had to wait. He had to wait a couple days. I've been waiting 6 weeks for my permits.
Permits?
Yeah.
Why permits?
It's
Permits are dumb.
because I'm actually. It's going to be a structure coming off of my house. It's not just like a pergola. It's going to be a pretty big overhang. So
It's like actually attached to your home.
exactly, they're tying into the roof, like cutting the roof off to do one of these.
I can understand that.
So, yeah.
Mine was a 10 by 12 shed, and it was like an act of Congress to get a 10 by 12 shed. That's not even anywhere near my home.
Government.
The government.
Bureaucracy.
Give me your money.
Speaking of government, man, is there stupid commercials on every 5 seconds about freaking voting right now?
I don't watch TV anymore.
Not even like Netflix or
I
Hulu
watch
or-
Netflix, yeah, just to stay away from all that.
Wow, you watch the Netflix? You support pedophiles? I didn't think you were. Oh, I guess. I'm just joking.
What are you talking about? Oh, that documentary.
The
or
whole
whatever.
cuties thing or whatever. The people were canceling it because of the cuties stuff.
You know, I never turned it on and even looked at it because I heard something was gross about it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I have the choice and control of these fingers right here. And I choose to what I watch. And that was not one of them.
I use these fingers for wonderful things.
Yes. Speaking of which, does anyone have their hands like insured?
No, Eddie Van Halen did.
Or my modeling hands?
Yes, your mom.
My modeling hands, yes.
Yes.
See, my hands are insured, but at half price because of their size.
Oh, that's true. And Daniel's are modeling hands for gorillas.
We were
So hairy.
at poker. We were all teasing. One of the guys has the longest fingers you've ever seen.
I don't know.
He does the middle finger, and it looks like two fingers put together.
Have you seen Nicholas's? My
Are they
son?
long?
Oh my God, they're
Freakish when you see them. Then you're going, God, those are long fingers.
Yeah, but that's why he like rips on bass, is because his fingers are so friggin' long. He could almost wrap around a fret all the way around. It's weird.
Really?
That's
Okay.
pretty weird.
All right, but enough about our our hands. We need to use our fingers to dial a
yes.
phone number because we got a guy waiting.
Our fingers have to do the walk-in, and we have to call Mr. Byrd, the Bird Man.
Yeah.
We should, for the first like 30 seconds, just nothing but cause and see how he responds.
Okay, why don't we all do that just to see how he reacts? And all three of us, you all have your own.
He probably never heard that before.
Yeah, but we're gonna do it live on the show, so
It's gonna be funny. Ready?
Hello, Vince. You guys are awesome at that.
Hello, Mr. Bird,
Yes, sir.
the Bird Man from Florida. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not too bad. You know what? I can't believe we have not had you on the show in the last 4 years. How stupid are we?
have we seriously
it's
never
okay.
had him on?
No.
Like fun guy, the most fun. You know how like Dave Grohl is considered like the fun guy of rock and roll? I think Kevin Byrd is like the fun guy of PDR.
Yeah, I did test.
Man, I appreciate that. Kind words. Kind words.
Yeah. So how you doing, Kevin?
Definitely the fisherman of PDR.
But-
I'm actually having a good time down here. It's nice weather, and we're coming into finally with hopefully drier weather. We've had a lot of rain for the summer,
Yeah.
so I look forward to it.
You've had a couple hurricanes pass through you. Nothing directly hitting you or anything, but
Yeah, no hit here, which is nice. But yeah, it's a lot of moisture and just wet. And I'm ready. This is my favorite time of year, man. Coming in October through May is just awesome in Florida.
Now, where exactly are you in Florida?
I live in Tampa,
he's
right on the top of Tampa Bay.
he's Tom Brady's neighbor. When he drives past Tom's house in the boat, he waves. They wave back at each other. Hello.
I do. It's funny. He's like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Funny story that no one really cares about, but my wife and I were at MTE one year, and we were driving home through the night. We had a Prius at the time. Judge me all you want. So we drove, and on our way back, we realized, if we keep driving, we're going to get back to early to pick up our kids from who they're watching. We get there like 3 a.m. So we're like, crap, we got a delay. So we stopped in Tampa and got tattoos in Tampa on the way home to delay, so we would get home in time to, later whenever our kids would be awake.
Nice.
I know
That's
you were just
hilarious.
dying to know that, but I've been to Tampa
Of
once,
course.
and it was to get a tattoo.
Is that
I'm kind of curious now. What's the tattoo?
What was the tattoo?
Yeah, what's the tattoo? I gotta know.
It's a profile of Vince's face on my butt.
Yes.
Oh my
No,
god, that's amazing.
No, it's just Roman numerals of my son's birthday. That's all underneath my wedding
cool.
date.
So you don't
Very
forget.
nice.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just in case.
Yeah.
Now, Birdman, I need to know
Bring it.
what's the deal? What are the changes we're seeing with this tag team this year at MTE?
So the tag team event is it'll be a separate. It'll still be in the same area, but it'll have a separate entrance for the competitors. We're gonna really, we learned a lot last year, so we're gonna have. We don't want the intro music to interfere with the competitors for the Den Olympics, because that has always been the staple of the show. We've always had the International Den Olympics. We just don't want guys to get distracted. I mean, it's tough, especially when guys are coming through, and we're adding entertainment value too. So, which I'll also talk about. But separate entrance, and we kind of want to separate it just enough to where they're two different competitions.
Okay.
Which pretty exciting.
But we'll still get, like, the tag team competition will still have the ability to have like their own like entry and like their own entry music. It's just going to be a little bit further away from.
Yeah. We're going to have it a little. It'll be over a little bit to the side. Same area. I mean, we're adding an entertainment value. So the top three entertainment teams will have the points will not go against their dent, but they'll be judged based on their entertainment value.
Entertainment style.
I said it last year. I really want to be entertained. So I've talked to all the competitors. I'm like, look, I don't care what you come up with. I mean, I necessarily don't want to see, D strings and banana hammocks, but if I'm entertained, all the better. Because I know
I think there was some cheating going on. There was some distracting going on with some. You got to admit,
they brought it though, man. Some of these guys brought their A game, and I'm excited to say I've talked to a bunch of them, and they're going to do it again. They're going to bring,
I think there should be point penalizing for distracting.
We don't want to see anything derogatory. We just want to see, having fun. It's still a family event. I mean, kids are still walking around. We don't want it X-rated, but at the same time, tasteful and entertaining. So, I could mention names. I thought all of them did a great job. They all had a great intro song. We're going to actually have an announcer dedicated for that. So when they're announced, their song will come on. They'll have a different entrance, which I think is, it's nice. It'll be a separate deal. New, which no one does know, is I've added some judges. We're going to separate the judges, and we're going to have separate judges specifically for the tag team event. I haven't even gone over this with our team of judges, which we've had for quite a few years now. But we've added some, and the all names that guys would know and girls would know, and I think they're going to do a great job.
That's a good idea.
Well, will they be able to influence the judges? That's the big question, because if there's influencing going on, I will be a judge, and I am influenced by copious amounts of whiskey.
You laugh at this, but some of the guys in the past, they know I'm going to have beers on Friday. There's no judging. I'm having a good time.
Sure.
So when guys are buying me drinks, like, this is in no way going to help you. Just so you know.
Kevin, are you kidding me? You let them know it's going to help them. You get more free drinks that way. It's I'm not one to say, like, I don't agree with lying, but that is one time. It's kind of okay.
That's
I
hilarious.
think it's somewhere in the Bible.
But typically Fridays, I'm good, man. I mean, when Carrie asked me, she goes, well, how many have you had? And I say 2. That means like 24, because it's an all-day event Friday. I mean, you get there and someone's like, hey, Kev, you want a beer? Yeah, I kind of do, So then at night, they have the party, and I got the guys like, hey, you want a shot? And I'm like, no. And then here comes a shot. I'm like, well, all right, fine. And then I'm like, I'm out. All right, I got to go.
What was it? A couple years ago, it was the pickleback was the shot that everyone was doing, or the wickle.
Oh my god,
that's gross.
Yeah,
so bad, but everyone was doing it. It was horrible.
I was trying to get people, because when I chase tequila, chase it with a shot of pineapple juice, the best ever.
That makes sense.
Totally,
I need to try that.
Yeah,
I need to try that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I actually could. I bet you Daniel could do a shot, because he hates doing shots and he hates tequila. But
I hate tequila.
But you like pineapple juice, and I think
I love mezcal tequila.
Yeah, you knock it back with some pineapple juice, you're good to go.
But you guys were bringing the Malort.
Oh, the Malort. Yes, I got to get another. Hey, you know what? I'll be in Chicago for Christmas. I'll bring a couple bottles of Malort.
No, do not do that to people.
I had to bring it up.
What else we got? We got the tag team. What else can we be looking forward to?
How about costumes? Judging on costumes.
Yeah, costumes for the tag team event. Very, very exciting. It's going to be. We're going to announce the sign-ups for that relatively soon, because we've already picked out the vehicles that we're going to use for the tag team event and for the International Dental Olympics. So the show is, we've talked to the organizers. We're really good about what we're doing. We want to make sure that we have enough vehicles, and if we have, obviously, we have more people signing up, and we'll have to add space too. So we just don't want to change the floor plan of the show.
Now, is that something that you could announce, or is that something because really,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you never know what the rental company gives you at the end.
Well, I've looked into what they've ordered, what the company that we're going to use, what they've ordered for the year. So I have a feeling we're not going to have a problem getting these vehicles.
Okay.
And they are, for the tag team event, we would like to use Chevy Colorados. And reason being is, I checked them out. The access is phenomenal. The actual dents themselves through the body line of the bedside, I think it's really good. It's stiff metal. I don't think anyone's going to have a really hard time.
Right.
And
are you putting the dents on the doors of those Colorados, Kevin?
No, we're doing the bedside, and we're doing, most likely, I'd like to put it on the rail. But if not, if it's not on the sail panel, we're going to go with the C-pillar, which is, would be new. But there's also, it's good metal there as well. So it's all workable. I mean, it's going to come down to how large the dents we put in with the gun. And I have a feeling, teams are going to like these a little bit better than the Dodge Rams.
Right. Now,
and as far as the International Dental Olympics, we're going to use Ford Fusions.
Okay.
I've tested those. Metal's great. I always look at it from a cleanup standpoint of, hey, if in years past we haven't sold, some dents didn't get fixed, then the cleanup crew has to go back in and clean those dents up, and we want stuff that, obviously is very fixable and comes out nice and clean.
Yeah. Now, do you take the windows out, the glass on the doors?
The Fusions we're getting are specifically for rental car companies.
Okay.
Because they're Ford has stopped production, or they're stopping production if they haven't already. Their contract is through with the rental car companies to make those still. So I don't believe they're putting laminate glass in the new ones that we'll be getting. I'll find out. I'll keep you posted. But as far as I know, there'll be no laminate. We're not going to remove the glass. We will have all kinds of tools for that. So we'll have window wedges, window guards.
Yeah. Because me personally, Kevin, I hate fixing a dent that has the window taken out. If I'm going down through a window, I freaking hate it. It's just too big and open, and there's the leverage. I love leveraging off of the glass. But of course, if it's double pane, it could be a double pain in the butt.
Yeah, someone was talking about the single, they broke a glass, and I didn't chime in, but, if you take two metal window guards in the same window, put them down there, just place your wedge a little bit differently, it makes the pressure on the glass is a lot different than on the edge. So we could do that too. I mean, it's not a problem. But whatever's best for the competitor, we want to make it very fair, very even. I mean, this show is really important to us. We've changed our judging around. We're going to go with iPad, all automated judging. So this will be the first year we've done that. And we'll have a judge meeting before, and we'll discuss, how the new rules are, and make sure that everyone's on the same page, because we want each competitor to have a fair shot. We're not offering a training seminar, but we are saying, hey, do your best, come out here. It's for fun, enjoy. There's tons of prizes. Sure, you're going to have, 10,000, or not 10,000, but, 3,000 people watching you. So, do your best.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, do you remember back in the day when it was in Clearwater and people were actually doing it for fun?
I do remember that.
Wasn't that fun?
That was awesome.
Now it's like total bragging rights and like serious, and people train all year long for the Dent Olympics.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've gotten calls over the years, and they're like, Kevin, what cars are we getting? And I'm like, you know what? Let me look into it. I mean, I really don't know.
Yeah, to the point that Ultra started producing the Canon, that you could buy the Canon. Well, maybe not the same Canon, but a Canon.
It is. If you buy that Canon, it was made with Andrew and Dale Kinsey. Their name is on that Canon. If you buy one from Ultra or anywhere, their name they're the one that developed that Canon.
That's awesome, and they probably get $2.50 for each sale. So go out and buy one.
I will say Steve has done a really good job. Whatever he worked out with Andrew, I'm very proud of him. I'm very happy that came about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, nothing but good things, man.
So the official Canon of the competitions is the Ultra Canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
And
Hudson.
I believe they're using that Canon in other places as well now.
Gotcha.
Nice. Kevin, let me know if you need an official wedge sponsor for the Dent Olympics. I happen to know a guy that has some wedges that might be advantageous for some of the people.
I like where you're going with this. I will say this was brought to my attention yesterday. It's been in discussions that we would like to have a cleanup set of tools. Because for many years I've used mine, and it was just myself and a couple other guys helping clean up the cars, after they're all done. So we're going to go with an official set of tools specifically for the cleanup crew. I'd like to get them color-coded, and we're going to open it up to all the tool companies because we'd like to be fair and supportive of all the tool companies that are, in this great industry of ours.
I'm definitely supportive of any tool company that wants to give me free tools, quite honestly.
That's just it. MT will be paying for these tools, and they will travel with each show, whether we're in Vegas or in Orlando. So we'll have the same tools. I've got some designs that I've already come up with that I know that no one sells, but I've had a few discussions, and hopefully these will be on the table. So
that's
we'll
awesome.
see.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well, cool.
So so let me get this straight. So you're going to be judged on your entertainment. You're going to be judged on your costume, and then you'll be judged on your dent. And and those three totals will add up to your final total.
That's for the tag team.
No.
Okay.
Costume is going to be part of your entertainment value. So if you come out here and you're wearing let's just say come out as Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and you go and you fix a dent, and you've got great Kiss music playing in the background. Obviously, you're going to get points for entertainment and costume together, but then however you do in the actual competition will be judged completely separate.
So will you get a separate prize or whatever for that entertainment? Okay.
Absolutely. Separate trophy. We're discussing prize money, whether it's a trophy, prize money, or tool gift certificate. We're not sure yet how we're doing that. But
what if you win all three? There's got to be something. If you win all three,
it's only two. There's two.
Number one, if you win all three, I'm definitely buying you a drink, and we're going to take pictures. There'll be an autograph session, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
What do you mean by three? No, there's two. There's the dent. There's two. Entertainment and dent.
I thought there was a costume.
No, costume is part of entertainment.
No.
The costume is
part of the entertainment.
Yeah, I thought you just meant like Dent Olympics, then tag team, and then entertainment. So there's three different categories.
That would be three. Yeah. That would be the trifecta.
All right. So have we covered all new things, or do we anything else, Kevin?
I do want to chime in here for Mobile Tech Expo that they, as far as the mask mandates go, I wanted to touch briefly on that. It's not the show organizers, it's the hotel, because the hotel is, it's a Marriott hotel, Marriott property. And they, large expos, large gatherings, we're just now coming into that season in Florida. So clearly they want to take precautions, and that's the only reason they're saying, hey, as of right now, they're mandating masks. Now, that's not to be said. If you have a beer in your hand, or you have a water, or a drink, or a Camelback, or one of those beer dispensing helmets, that you got to wear a mask all day, just be sensible. And, there's tons to do in Florida right now. So you're talking Super Bowl weekend, which is in Tampa, an hour away. So there's going to be a lot going on in that corridor there, and just a lot of stuff. So
I think that's what.
I tell guys, don't be negative.
And I'm right there with you, Kevin. Like you said, don't be negative. And it's 3 months away for one thing. Things could change dramatically from then. Also, the fact that you can't come out and say that don't wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask and stuff like that.
Right.
Because it's like every day. Yeah, you're supposed to wear a mask when you walk into a restaurant and stuff like that, but you take it off. Obviously, be sensible is what Kevin's saying. He can't flat out say, "You don't worry about it. The mask thing's covered." But it's not going to be an issue. It's a no issue for me.
It's not an issue. Derek Yo said, "Hey, have a churro sales outside. You know how long it takes to eat a churro. Just go get a churro in both hands. Walk around the show. You'll be fine."
Exactly. I mean,
really, really be sensible. I live here. It's not everywhere you go. People are yelling at you, to put a mask on. They're not. It's very difficult to enforce, especially in counties. Right now, Florida is very lax. I mean, you can go to the beach and no one. Might be a few people wearing a mask, but we were just in the Keys and they lifted their mask mandate. So. I
was in Clearwater, a month and a half ago. I met up with you.
Yeah.
I was so me personally, I put a mask on because not enough people were wearing masks. Well, there were street performers, and I'm like, oh my God, there's like 150 people here, and no one's wearing masks. I'm putting mine on. I put mine on. I was honestly, I was uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, well, Carrie loved your little alcohol dispenser, your sanitizer. She's like, okay, that's a great idea.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, everyone should have that. You're walking around, hey, spray your hands. You just touch the railing going up an escalator.
Yeah. I have my Willy Quick squirt bottle in my pocket at all times. Still.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's good, man. Well, we're excited. I mean, as far as the show goes, we've had major discussions. We're all very excited about the way things are going. I can say that registration is better than what we thought at this point. So it's up. Of course, some guys are waiting until I hate to say after the election, but I know guys are waiting to see what happens. And they're just being cautious, coming into the situation. Plus, we want to see what international travel is like, because hard to have an international competition without international competitors.
Yeah.
And what do you mean by international competition?
The International Dental Olympics.
Because Zon is international.
John. Excuse me, John.
Okay.
Right? I'm sure.
He probably can't make it. He might not be able to make it over here.
He can, but he'll have to quarantine when he goes back there. There's international travel going on, but you have to.
We're going to find out. We'll find out next week or the week after. Igor is going to be visiting the U.S. and if everything goes as planned, then clearly there's some stuff lifted. So I'm excited to see what he says, and hopefully, I don't think we'll see him this trip, but definitely in February.
Yeah. And I know, you could go from New York to London all day, every day right now. But you're restricted once you get there. You're supposed to self-quarantine. And same here. When you come back here, you're supposed to self-quarantine for 14 days. Whether you do that or not is, it's not, they're not coming and knocking on your door to make sure you're doing it, but you're supposed to be doing it.
I can tell you, we're so ready to go to the Bahamas and the Virgin Islands. It's not even funny. So as soon as they lift that travel, which I think they have, it's just kind of limited travel, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you make it by boat from the Keys?
I can make it to the Bahamas by boat from Miami, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale.
With your boat, I mean.
Or the Keys.
I mean your boat.
Yeah, my boat. Our boat will make it. Yeah.
Okay, so
but I can't make it to Virgin Islands.
Can you go to Cuba, and be a mule and smuggle us in and smuggle us out?
Might be a little difficult right now. I think there's some Coast Guard watches that area, as does the Navy.
Right. Okay, I always wondered how easy it would be.
Kevin, before we let you go, man, I've got one suggestion for the Tag Team Dent Olympics. I feel like if someone can have a prop that's part of their costume that is not a dent tool, but use that prop to fix a dent in the Dent Olympics, there should be some additional points for that.
Stupid.
So if, that's not stupid. If someone had a pitchfork, like if someone's dressed like an angel and devil,
Then
and devil has a
people are going to
pitchfork,
screw up the car and stuff.
they already screw up the car. Have you seen some of those repairs?
Right. But
Just
then
saying.
the
I will
cleaning
say,
crew got to clean it up.
It's creativity, Daniel. What would you know about that?
I know a lot about that.
I know. You're
I
very
will
magical.
say, the competitors, they pay money. They want to come and compete. They do their best. And I'm sure the pressure gets to them. I mean, there's tons of people watching. So I just say, come, do your best. If you have questions about your dent after, I'll be more than happy. And I'm sure Andrew and all the other judges will all, we want to help you. So if there are questions, by all means, there's tons of us around which can help you out.
Kevin, before I forget, one last question, and I'm going to kick you off here as I'm done talking to you. No. Last question, and then we're going to move on, is what is the cost for a tag team to be part of this?
I'm not sure. That's a great question. I'm not sure what the cost is. I'll have to look
I'm
at the
done with this guy. Kick him off, Vince. Just hang up.
Yeah. Wait, Hudson, I believe I owe you. That was a great shot in the face last year.
What did I say?
The hail
you still remember that?
Come on, man. I might be old. I don't forget.
I forgot. So for anyone that's listening, there's this thing that Kevin and I do every year is there's a couple of companies that hand out. So I think Dent Zone hands out free, like Dent Zone, the Dent Warranty Company hands out these little foam hailstones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Dent guys hand out these little miniature, like fluorescent green basketballs, same size foam. And Kevin and I are pretty much like on the dodgeball, like hide and seek peg competition.
Dude, you got my son
show.
Nicholas involved in that too in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, Nick's in there. Yeah.
Oh man, like you'll just see Kevin like just minding his own business, and you keep this little foam hailstone in your pocket, and I see Kevin walking across, and I'll pull that bad boy out of my pocket, and I just like zooming at his head, like as hard as I can to try to get it from like 50 to 60 feet away. And I got him pretty good last year.
Okay, so all our listeners, it's payback time. When you see Hudson at MTE, make sure you bean him in the head with any ball.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin got some good shots on me too. I just happened to get some better ones this year. Okay, that all those years of playing baseball paid off finally. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I think I got you good in Vegas, so you're right. That was you're absolutely right.
That's awesome.
But
well, Kevin,
it's okay.
Listen, we're going to have you and Andrew on as we get closer and as you're a little bit more knowledgeable with the times and what it's going to look like and costs and stuff like that. We'll get you back on here and talk about it once again before MTE. It's right around the corner,
Sounds
guys.
good. I look forward to it really very much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and remember, listeners, you get is it 15% off? 15% off by using PDR Tool Time in the code when you are actually signing up for MTE this year. And keep in mind that learning or the Thursday education day, that's very limited as to how many people are going to be going to that due to the state restrictions with the amount of people. So make sure you guys, if you're going, sign up now. It's not that much anyways. It's super cheap, and make sure you're signing up. That way you can get into education day as well.
Are the signups for the tag team open yet?
He said that.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I don't believe so. I've talked to some of the competitors and it's not open just yet.
Yeah.
And you just go to the MT website, right?
Yeah, we're going to announce. Like, I'll definitely generate a post, and we'll be, it'll all be ready around the same time.
All right. Well, we'll make sure
once we figure out what we're doing.
Let us know so we can announce it ahead of time.
Yeah, I sure will.
Well, cool. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll definitely not wait another 4 years before we get you on the next time.
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Listen, thank you for having me.
All right, brother. Man.
Take care.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon. Bye-bye.
Kevin, he's everyone's friend, isn't he?
Yeah. Great guy.
Great guy.
He helped us a lot last year.
Yes, absolutely. He helps everyone. He's just a great guy. He's a really nice guy. So moving on, we want to check in with Hudson and see last episode, which was so long ago. It feels like
before
it was
we
so
go on
long
to that,
ago.
I just realized something.
What? Go ahead.
Everyone we have on the show are they're just really good people. It's time we bring on some like really crappy people. So, all right, we should find a crappy person to bring on the show. So, if I was going to drop a name or two or something, it'd be so bad. Hey, Matt Moore, if you're listening, it'd be great for you to come on the show. We really need some crappy people to come on the show.
We need like an old curmudgeon that just hates everything.
Oh, Ron Cronin.
Oh, no.
Ron, I
That's
say that
not
love
nice.
Ron
got a new shop too.
I know,
see that.
man.
I saw that on the Book of Faces.
Book of Faces. So yes, gentlemen, you had a question for me, Vince. What was that question?
I did, yeah. And last episode we had talked about you getting life insurance policy in order to cover your beautiful family of 3 kids and a beautiful wife. Have you succeeded in doing that?
Guys, I did it the very next day.
You did. Okay.
I took it very seriously. It's something that I've been meaning to do, and I just kept putting it off. And I just went and Googled and used Policy Genius.
Yeah.
And just went online and filled out a form. They called me the next day. I went that night and went on Policy Genius, and then they called me the next day.
Did we scare you that much?
No, I'm not scared. It's not a scare thing. It's a matter of, here's the deal, is my father-in-law and mother-in-law are still around, and they're okay. Like, they're well off enough to where if anything ever happened to me, I knew my wife would be fine.
Sure.
But that doesn't, it's kind of a jerk move to kind of like shirk that responsibility onto them if I were to go, you know, like absolutely. That's not okay.
Yeah.
So I decided to overcome, that's just a jerk move. It's a selfish move. So I decided to overcome that and just, finally bite the bullet. And I got someone coming to my house next week to let me pee on something and give them my blood and check my weight and height.
Yeah.
And it's going to be for a 20-year, because I don't smoke. I've never smoked anything in my life. Probably because my parents did enough of it around me.
Sure.
That I didn't want to. And I don't drink enough to anything. The only bad thing going against me was I get a few speeding tickets. That was the only, they're like, how many speeding tickets? I'm like, probably 1 a year, right. And they're like, okay. Anyways, 20-year term life insurance, because you guys told me to get a term for $1 million. It's going to be right now. It could go up or go down. It's going to be $33 a month for me.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty darn cheap. That's really cheap.
Well, I have no history, bad history.
Yeah. And your age, has a lot
and my
to do with it
age
right
and
now.
all that kind of stuff. So I locked in that rate for 20 years. So until I'm 52, 20 years, 42. Wait, no, 52.
52. Yeah. But what you'll do is like what I did. I just redid mine at 46. You redo it way before you hit that 52 mark, and then you'll get dialed in. So I did that, gentlemen. So I appreciate that, and I think guys, for how cheap it is, I didn't realize how cheap life insurance can be. It's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, you know what? Right. It's like another one that a lot of people overlook when they're young, especially, and you're renting an apartment. Apartment insurance, renter's insurance, is like $17 a month.
Well, some of them don't they require that now?
Some do, but most don't. And like if the house or the apartment building goes up in fire, you get nothing of the owner's insurance money. You get nothing. You get the door and like, hey, go find another place to live. Go pound sand.
Oh, wow.
So, that's another one that's a no-brainer. It's like $17 a month to be
Is that
covered.
the same thing for like if you're renting a home? Is there like that kind of insurance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The other insurance that everybody should look into is disability insurance. I went with the company a long, long time ago. It's called Combined, and they're a grade A company. They're a really good company. And they come to you. They don't have offices, and that's how they save a lot of money, but it's super cheap. But what's great about it is they'll pay you for like doctor visits. You get paid for like going to the chiropractor. And if your kids are sick and you have to take care of your kids, they pay you. Like when my daughter was in the hospital, when she was first diagnosed with diabetes, I had to be in the hospital for 2 days with her. for my training and everything. And they paid me when I was doing all that. And, if you get hurt, our industry, if we, hurt an eyeball or our hands, we're not working, and you should have some kind of coverage. And it's like that. It's like $33 a month or something like that. And the more the longer you stay in it, the more coverage you can get and the cheaper it can be. So another tip there for you guys.
We're talking about all kinds of adulty things.
Yeah.
It's just like Aflac,
But yeah, and like with that renter's insurance, just briefly, Hudson, like if you're renting a house too, you're not insuring the house. You're insuring your stuff that's in the house.
Yeah, for sure.
That's in the house that's insured. So so it's just smart.
Yeah, I wish I had that when I was renting. I had a roommate that was a fish guy. He was really into fish, and he had a 150-gallon fish tank, and the pump broke and pumped the water out of the fish tank onto the carpet. I came home. I come walking in, sloosh, sloosh, sloosh. Look over, and there's like 2 inches of water, and all the fish are like swimming sideways. Going,
little fishies.
And I'm like, oh my God. And then we're the second story, right?
Oh,
so I go running downstairs. I knock on the door underneath us, and the guy, Bob, was there, and I go, hey, Bob, how you doing? Everything good down here today? And I'm like looking up at the ceiling, see if it went through the ceiling. And he goes, no, everything's fine. I go, okay, great, bye. And I go running back up, trying to save the fish. And the carpet just soaked it all up.
Wow, you got lucky.
And it smelled like fish poop for like weeks.
That's gross.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
So, well, you know what? Go ahead, Hudson.
No, I was saying we had a few things that we want to talk about today, but man, I guess us talking to Kevin Byrd, we made up for 4 years of lost time.
I know
there, and I lost track of time. How much time we got left there, Vince?
We got about 30 seconds. So
fantastic, 30 seconds. So I guess we'll have to save some of the things that we want to talk about today for next episode.
Absolutely, yeah, we'll save it for the next episode. And remember that the code for MTE is PDR Tool Time. You get 15% off. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And if I'm not saying it right, I'm going to put it in the show notes just so we know exactly what that is. Because we had Sheldon on.
Get your crap together.
Well,
hey, Vince, I was thinking the other day when you were talking about how you were like, for Halloween, you're trying to dress as a redneck. But like, where you live, like, you're kind of, it's not going to be a costume. The people are just going to think you're dressing regular.
That's true.
Like, so can you really, I mean, maybe in California that would go, but is that going to work there?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna look like I'm from Texas, I guess. Because right now
you
I
should
still
go
look
as
like
a
I'm
liberal
from California.
redneck and get wear a rainbow flag shirt.
If I could find a flannel in rainbow and cut the sleeves off.
Yeah,
right.
You can be like,
put a bull ring through your nose.
Just do something like people are saying Trump 2020, but like, hey, Biden 2020, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get shot though in Texas.
Oh my gosh, you should do something like that. You should be a gay redneck.
Yeah. So so the tool time is the discount code, and it will get you 15% off.
Just tool time?
Tool time. That's it. When you're signing up for MTE, tool time.
Also, guys, I just want to let you know, I saw there is a Facebook group out there that is called PDR Tool Time, EU, USA, UK.
What?
That's not us. Yeah, I saw that today. And, PDR Tool Time by itself is us.
We're going to have to call our lawyers there, Vince.
Right.
Yeah, man, with all the money we make on this here show.
Yeah. Our lawyers are going to be calling.
Anyways, but no, there's only one. It's just PDR Tool Time by itself, nothing before or after. But yeah, I did see there is a new page that is PDR Tool Time with a bunch of different.
We're coming for you. We're going to kick your butt.
Yeah.
We're going to send our gay redneck on you.
Hell yeah. So, all right. So, Daniel.
Guys, level up your life insurance.
Embrace the crazy.
And keep it stiff.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the industry and tool-related news every week.
Don't forget to grab your Magnatech mat, available at most PDR tool distributors.